Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lawrence Free State High School and the 2023 Firebirds Winter Classic Girls Varsity Basketball Tournament. This is the fifth place game in the tournament, and it will feature your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies against the Lady Chargers of Topeka West High School. The seventh place game just wrapped up less than a minute ago. And I'm actually wondering how much time they're going to give us in between games, and it looks like they're going to give us the full 20 minutes. They just put 20 minutes up on the clock. This game actually did not run long, and it did not run long because of the mercy rule. They had a running clock in the fourth quarter as Great Bend won the game 64-19 over the host school, Lawrence Free State Firebirds. So 7 and 8 have been determined. Now 5 and 6 will be determined in the next contest. Hopefully the fifth place team will be us. We were seated sixth in the tournament in the initial seedings, and Topeka West was the number 8 seed, and they have won twice. They have won once, excuse me. They lost their first game and won their second game just as we did. So they are working on an attempt to get the fifth place crown as well as us. We're going to go ahead and send it to Marcus Myers in our pregame show, in our pregame interview. So stay with us, and we shall return shortly. All righty, we are just double checking to make sure everything is working the way it should be, and it is. So on that note, we will send it to the pregame show after this 60-second timeout. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. From Lawrence, Kansas, this is Grizzly Basketball.
Hey man, you got up for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We are in Lawrence, Kansas at Lawrence Free State High School for the 2023 Firebirds tournament. Today, the third and final game of the tournament, and the Grizzlies are going to challenge for fifth place in the tournament, taking on the Topeka West Lady Chargers this morning. We're joined, as always, by our head coach, Marcus Myers. And, Coach, let's talk a little bit about yesterday's contest against the home team from Free State, a very dominating and complete performance by your squad.
Yes, we could talk about those games anytime you want. Our girls played phenomenal, and the way the outing went, set plays, and everyone executed, shared the ball very well.
Sharing the ball, indeed, and you look at the score sheet. I mentioned it yesterday briefly in postgame, but best example was Kamira Barber. 16 points in the first half. Didn't score in the second half because she spent the whole second half dishing the ball to everybody else.
Oh, yeah. When we play as a team and she shares the ball, when she makes everyone better, it's when we all look like a team. And when she knows that she don't have to do it all, it's just unbelievable what we can accomplish.
The smallest person on your team, Kenzie Edwards, played like she was 6'1" and not 5'1" yesterday. She had 14 points of her own, and steady throughout the entire contest. She played a great game.
Yes, that's one player I'm super proud of. If you guys knew her story, she's a team player, like ultimate team player that I've seen in a while. So I'm proud of her, and those was a sneaky 14 points.
Well, maybe they were sneaky, but they all count the same. And between her and Kamari, you had 30 of your almost half of your scoring just in those two players yesterday. And that given also that you were able, because of the way the game went, it's always nice to see everybody on the squad get into the game.
Yes, that was the most joy I had last night. Is our little ones got to go in and they were excited. Watch out for Anaya Simpson as well. She brings great energy off the bench. And Big Aubrey with something I'd never seen. She brought down the ball a couple times late in the fourth. So that's something that we can move forward with.
Well, and Aubrey's gotten more playing time of late. The last few games she's been in more, and it seems like she improves every single game.
Absolutely. Last night was big for her.
So you have Topeka West today. We don't know a lot. I don't remember ever playing Topeka West, and if Northwest has played them on the girls' side before, it was before my time. You got a chance to look at them a little bit yesterday in their game. They were playing against Great Bend. What are you looking to expect from that team?
They're a team that kept me up all night, so that's big. This game, going into it, we have to be ready. We have to execute and play as a team just like we did yesterday. I think if we play team ball like we did against yesterday, then we should be fine with anyone. But today will be a great challenge.
A little more of a challenge today in that also that size-wise, we're not the biggest team on the floor by any means, and Topeka West has two really big players. And I noticed that when they were playing Great Bend, they had a tendency to dominate Great Bend. Great Bend was more size-wise like we are, and Topeka West was able to dominate using those two big players. So you're going to have to address that, among other things.
Yes, we do. We're looking at three different options to attack them, and most likely we use all three. So we got to keep them off balance and make sure we take care of business on the offensive side. We
have always to ask the all-important injury report question. Aaliyah Richards' finger seems to not be bothering her one bit. I mean, she's playing two games with it all taped up, and probably her two best games of the year. Anybody else injured?
No, but it's funny how you mentioned Aaliyah. In the locker room, I told her, I said, hey, as soon as your finger get healed, then I'm going to break it again. So, no, she's playing great ball with that broken finger, so I'm proud of her.
Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck today against the Lady Chargers. Let's go get fifth place, and then we'll visit. We're back home Tuesday night. We'll visit before the North game.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Head coach Marcus Myers on our pregame show. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 90-second timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of today's fifth place game in the 2023 Firebirds Girls Varsity Basketball Tournament. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, It's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies basketball is on the air. Welcome to another season of basketball, Grizzlies style, as Northwest pursues a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on their YouTube page with links available at NWHS Grizz. Grizzlies basketball is sponsored this year in part by Mel Hamilton Ford at the big corner of 119th West and Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. And by Andrews Cleaning Service, with programs for residential, commercial, or special cleaning projects. Check them out at wichitacleaningservice.com. And by Keystone Solid Surfaces, providing quality granite countertop products for your home. Check them out at KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com. And by Todd Eflin Narrates, voice acting for just about anything with words, commercials, training videos, audiobook, and telephone services. Find me at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com. And now, let's go courtside for today's contest. And your host, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you again, Todd Eflin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, where the weather here is pretty nice today. It's in the upper 30s, a high projected to be 48 here in the Lawrence area this afternoon before the cold front comes in tonight. That's going to put the chill on all of us tomorrow. The high tomorrow is only supposed to be 20 here in Lawrence, but we will be long gone and back home by then. We welcome you to the fifth place game of the Firebirds Winter Classic girls basketball tournament. Glad to have you on board wherever you are on planet Earth. And today it'll be the number 6 seed, Wichita Northwest Grizzlies, taking on the number 8 seed, Topeka West Lady Chargers, for the fifth place crown. Grizzlies come into the game 5-7 after a complete game performance all the way around yesterday against the Lawrence Free State Firebirds, the host school. Some great numbers yesterday, including 14 points by Kenzie Edwards and 16 by Kamira Barber in yesterday's game. But an all-around great performance. Almost everybody on the team got on the scoreboard, and everybody on the team got into the game at some point or another. So lots of playing time was made available to our girls from yesterday. Grizzlies are the home team today. First time in the tournament that they are home. They will be wearing their whites today with blue numerals and blue trim. And we have not yet seen the Topeka Chargers, but I believe they're going to be wearing black. We'll find out when they come out of the locker room. Let's take a minute here while we have the time. I'll go through the entire bracket with you very quickly and show you how everybody got to where they are. It started out on Thursday at 3 o'clock. Lawrence took on Topeka West. Lawrence won that game to advance to round 2. Blue Valley then took on Great Bend, and Blue Valley won that game, sending Great Bend into the losers bracket. The Grizzlies faced Topeka, and Topeka won that game, sending us into the losers bracket. And then the final game of the day was Goddard Eisenhower taking on Free State. Eisenhower won that game. So in the second round on the winners bracket, it was Eisenhower and Topeka, and Blue Valley taking on Lawrence. Topeka and Blue Valley each won their second round games. They will play in the championship game today at 3 o'clock. And the losers of those two games moved over to the fifth place game, and that's us and Topeka West. Great Bend took on Lawrence. Free State in the seventh place game played right before ours, and Great Bend won that game easily. And in the third place game, which will immediately follow ours, Eisenhower will take on Lawrence for third place. That game to be played immediately after the conclusion of this one. We will not be bringing you any of the other games in the tournament, just this game for fifth place today. Let's go ahead and give you the projected starting lineups. They are going to introduce the players again, but we'll give them to you anyway as we have the time to do so. We'll start with the Topeka West Lady Chargers. Elijah Brooks is a 5'8" senior wearing number 4. Brooklyn Alexander is a 5'8" junior wearing number 15. Azaria Duncan is a 5'8" senior wearing number 23. Zoe Clark, a 5'8" junior, wears number 35. And Jasmine Ford at 5'10", a senior, wearing number 44 for the Chargers. Their head coach is Jeff Scarr. He is assisted by Shanice Brooks and Chelsea Hodison, also assisted by Aaron Young. And that's the Lady Chargers starting lineup. Projected starting lineup for Northwest: 5'1" junior guard Mackenzie Edwards, wearing number 1. 5'2" sophomore guard Aaliyah Richard, wearing number 21. 5'8" sophomore guard number 22 Kamira Barber. At 5'5", a junior guard wearing number 23 Innocent Robinson. And rounding out the starting 5, a 5'9" junior forward number 24 Sasha Reed. Grizzlies are coached by Marcus Myers, and he's assisted by Brian Bernard and Christina Commons. We're about 2 minutes away from the introduction of the starting lineups. Again, Grizzlies will be in their home whites. They are the home team on the scoreboard today, and they will be playing from right to left in the first half. And we're still awaiting the arrival of Topeka West, and just as I say that, they make their way onto the floor. And I'm going to ask our executive producer, my wife of 44 years, Donna Arkin, to tell me, are they wearing black or purple?
Purple.
And they are wearing purple, which is their school color, and that would make sense. So West in purple, Grizzlies in white. That having been said, thank our sponsors one more time here before the introduction of the starting lineup. Stay with us. This is Grizzly Basketball. back as we get set for the starting lineups in today's ball game. Again, Grizzlies, the designated home team on the scoreboard, will wear their whites today. And it's all purple for Topeka West.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is afternoon. Welcome to Lawrence Free State High School. In this final round matchup between the Chargers from Topeka West High School and the Grizzlies from Wichita Northwest High School. Now introducing the starting lineups for the Chargers, the senior number 4, Alicia Brooks. For the Grizzlies, the junior number 1, Kizzy Edwards. For the Chargers, the junior number 15, Brooklyn Alexander. For the Grizzlies, the sophomore, number 1, Aaliyah Richards. For the Chargers, the senior, number 23, Azariah Duncan. For the Grizzlies, the junior, a sophomore, number 22, Kamara Barber. For the Chargers, a junior, number 35, Zoe Clark. For the Grizzlies, a junior, number 23, Innocent Robinson. And for the Chargers, a senior, number 44, Jasmine Ford. And for the Grizzlies, a junior, number 24, Sasha Reed. The Chargers.
And there's the introduction of the starting lineups again for the Chargers. It's number 4, Brooks, number 15, Alexander, 23, Duncan, Zoe Clark, number 35, and Jasmine Ford, 44. For Northwest, Kenzie Edwards, number 1, Aaliyah Richard, 21, Kamira Barber, 22, Robinson, 23, Sasha Reed, 24. And those are the starting lineups for both teams. Kamira Barber heads for the center spot for the opening tip. We're getting ready to get this one kick-started. We're waiting on Topeka to take the floor. Topeka in purple with purple numerals, hard to read. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. We're underway. Topeka gets the opening tip and brings it down the floor. Round the horn it goes. Clark sends it over on the far side. Now back to the top of the key. Driving is Alexander. She puts it up and scores. And they get first blood. Here's Aaliyah Richard for 3. Count it. Pressure being put on by Northwest here on Topeka. Now they get it down here to Zoe Clark. Clark dishes it off underneath. A miss and a rebound by Sasha Reed. Here come the Grizzlies back. Robinson sends it up to Edwards. To Aaliyah Richard, and if Richard is fouled, she'll go to the line and she will shoot a pair. Foul is charged to Brooklyn Alexander, first foul of the game for either team. Richard's first one off the heel, no good. She'll get one more. And the second one rattles in and falls. 4-2 Grizzlies. And pressure again being put on by Northwest on the inbound play. Double teaming, we got trouble there. And now we have a jump ball called, and on the alternating possession, it will go to Northwest. Good defensive play by Kamira Barber to get that ball. Richard brings it down the floor, gives it to Barber. Barber in the paint, loses it. Taken away there by Duncan. Duncan brings it down the floor, puts it up herself off the glass. No good, out of play, turn it over to Northwest. Robinson will inbound for the Grizzlies. She better hurry. And she throws it in, and it's going to go out of play, and it will turn over to Topeka West. And good defense that time by the Chargers. Chargers will inbound. Underneath, and it's taken away by the Grizzlies. Richard has it. It's dribbled out of play. It will stay with Northwest. Oh, and they're going to call a foul here. Fouls on Alexander. That's her second, and also the team's second. Grizzlies lead 4-2, 6:20 to go, first quarter. Edwards into the corner for Reed. Reed back out to Richard. Now Edwards, top of the key. Barber with it. And Barber drives, spins, puts it up. Count it. Barber gets her first bucket of the day. Foul at the other end has been called. Looks like it's going to be on Sasha Reed. It is. Her first. And we are shooting free throws. Duncan's at the line. And her first one is off the heel, no good. Duncan's second attempt. Also misses, and it's rebounded by Robinson. Robinson brings it across the timeline. 6-2, Grizzlies lead. Barber for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Richard. Aaliyah Richard splits the defense. Now Robinson puts up a three. That hits off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Reed. And that one is thrown away, and getting it right back again. And an over and back is going to be called on Richard. And right in front of us, we had clear view of it, and no doubt about it. Coming in for Northwest, Aubrey Navarrete, the 5'9" freshman forward wearing number 30. She'll replace Kenzie Edwards. And we have a sub coming in now for Topeka West. I don't know what's harder for me, the long hair or the purple numbers. Thank you. It's Tierra Gonzalez is in for Topeka West. Back underway here with the ball. Brooks gives it away. Now Gonzalez brings it out, top of the key. And we have some motion offense going on here and we have a jump ball called. Unfortunately, that defensive play will be wasted because it's going to go to Topeka West. And somebody's called a timeout. I think it's us. It's Topeka. We'll keep it right here. Tell you about what's coming up next on NWHS Grizz. We're back home Tuesday night. It's been a while since we've been home. We're back home Tuesday against North High. The Red Hawks will come in for a doubleheader. Girls will play at 6, boys immediately after. We're on the air at 5:40 with the Marcus Meyer pregame interview. It is Chargers ball coming out of the timeout. Ball's inbounded. Underneath. Across, now back over to this side. Duncan dishes it off. There's a long try for a 3 missing. Aaliyah Richard gets the rebound, and Barber will bring it down the floor for Northwest. Grizzlies lead 6-2, 4:39 to go in the first. It's been a while since either team has scored. Sasha Reed goes up. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Foul charged to Jasmine Ford. That's her first. Third team foul of the first half. First shot by Reed is good. She'll get one more. And she missed the second. 1 out of 2 for Reed, rebounded by Northwest. That one gets knocked out of play. It will stay with the Grizzlies. Robinson will inbound it for Northwest. And gets it into Aaliyah Richard. Robinson has it top of the key again. Now she drives. Tries to split 2 defenders, dishes it off. Barber, she puts it up from 10 feet, and it's good. Barber has 4 points. And the near steal by Richard. Duncan brings it down. There's a 3-point attempt off the heel. No good. Rebounds right to Barber. And Barber will bring it down the floor. Gives it off to Robinson. Robinson for 3, off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Duncan and taken away by Navarrete. Back out to Robinson. To Barber. Barber back to Aubrey. And over to Aaliyah Richard. Innocent brings it out. Man-to-man defense being played by Topeka West here. Into Navarrete. She tried to get it into Richard, and it's picked off. Pretty good play that time by Duncan to take that one away. In the corner, now driving. Back out it comes. In the paint, puts it up short. And a foul's going to be charged. And Zoe Clark will go to the line and shoot 2. Sasha Reed picks up her second. She has both Grizzly fouls. Clark's first free throw coming is good. Edwards comes in, and Robinson goes out. Zoe Clark with one more free throw coming. Second one rattles, no good. Rebounded by Northwest. Barber brings it down the floor, gives it to Navarrete, out to Kenzie Edwards, who just subbed back in. Barber in the paint, puts it up off the glass. It doesn't go. And the rebound to Topeka West. And pressure being put on by the Grizzlies. Chargers get it down the floor. Spin move, ball's up and good. Gonzalez gets the basket. And the Chargers come away with it again. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Underneath and taken away by Barber. Barber sends a long one for Aaliyah Richard. Richard off the glass, it doesn't go, and the rebound is Zoe Clark. Shots aren't falling for Northwest like they did yesterday in the first quarter. There's a nice steal by Barber, and this time Richard has it all alone and lays it in. Richard has 6, and she was fouled. She will go to the line and shoot 1. 4th foul on Topeka West, and it's charged to Tierra Gonzalez, excuse me. And on the stoppage, count the basket by Richard. On the stop, entering the game for Northwest, Anaya Simpson, the 5'9" freshman forward, wearing number 5. Almost threw that one away. Whoops. There's one blocked by Robinson. She brings it down, puts it up, and count it. Robinson scores. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. There's a miss and a rebound to Robinson. Robinson bringing it down the floor, taking her time. Navarrete with it, gives it to Simpson. Simpson to Edwards, 35 to go. Edwards back to Aubrey, back out now to Robinson, almost stolen. Edwards with it again. Doing a good job of moving the ball around are the Grizzlies. Edwards for 3. Off the glass, missing, rebounded there by Topeka West. A shot misses, rebounded by the Grizzlies. 5 seconds to go. Aubrey Navarrete, a long 3 off the glass, doesn't go, and that's the way the quarter will end. Good quarter for Northwest. At the end of 1, it's 14-5. We'll be back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. I stood up. I adjusted it. Back at Lawrence Free State, getting set for the start of the second quarter. The Chargers will inbound to start play here in the second quarter. And we have no changes in the lineup for Northwest. We'll reset it for you. There's a 3 off the rim, no good. And there's a foul call. That looks like it's going to be, I'm not even going to guess. I think it's on Navarrete. It is. It will send Jasmine Ford to the line to shoot a pair. Ford's first one rattles and falls. One more coming. And Ford makes them both, 14-7. Grizzlies lead. In the corner, now back out to Barber. Barber puts it up, it rolls around, doesn't fall, rebounded by the Chargers, and here they come down the floor. On the floor for Northwest, Robinson, Richard, Barber, Simpson, and Navarrete. And that one is scored, and I don't know who that is because she's not on my roster. So Topeka West has a mystery guest. Three-pointer by Robinson makes it 17-9. Robinson has 5. Zoe Clark passes it off to Ford. Actually, that's Duncan. Duncan with it again. Ford puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound falls. Navarrete off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Topeka West. There's a long two. And a timeout has been taken by Northwest. (17-13), Grizzlies lead. Right now they're losing the rebounding war, and I think that is why Marcus Myers called this timeout. And unbeknownst to me, it is a full timeout. We're keeping it here anyway. Never did take the opportunity to do so. I'll do it now. We want to welcome anyone from the Topeka West family who might be tuning into today's contest, watching it on NWHS Grizz. We're glad to have you. It'll be Grizzlies basketball. Barber will bring it across the timeline. Uncontested. Richard has it. To Edwards. Back out to Robinson. Robinson to Barber. Barber drives into the paint, off the glass, count it. There we go. Nice job by Kamira Barber. She has 6. Topeka threw it away. Simpson comes away with it. And here's Robinson now to bring it up across the timeline and into the offensive half of the court. And a foul is called. That'll be the 5th team foul on Topeka West and the 2nd on Jasmine Ford. Robinson's at the line to shoot a pair. And the first one is good. Grizzlies have their 7-point lead back again. Robinson will try to stretch it to 8. And she does. 21-13, Grizzlies lead. Now we have a foul called on the far side. It's on Kenzie Edwards. Her first. And we're back underway. Zoe Clark with it for Topeka West. Back to Clark, feeds it in to the paint now. A three by Clark is good. Clark has 4 points. And the lead is down to 5. Barber for three. Nothing doing there, and that goes out of play. It'll turn over to the Chargers. Pressure being put on by Northwest in the backcourt, and there's a steal by Edwards. Barber, count it. Beautiful steal by Kenzie Edwards, and Barber gets the bucket. And that's going to be a foul on Innocent Robinson, I'm sure. Navarrete comes in for Robinson. That's Robinson's first foul. So we have on the floor is Edwards, Navarrete, Barber, Simpson, and Richard. Underneath. And that one off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Simpson and a foul. Well, they announced her name, but I couldn't hear it. It is her first foul. 6th team foul of the half against Topeka West. Grizzlies have 5. Edwards dishes it out. Navarrete. Richard for three. Off the rim, no good. Aubrey gets the rebound. Pulls it back out, gives it to Edwards. Simpson on this side for Richard. She misses short, and it's rebounded by Zoe Clark. And a foul on the shot. We'll be shooting free throws here. Zoe Clark will go to the line. The foul is on Simpson. It's her first. Both teams now have 6, so everybody's shooting free throws the rest of the half. That one off the heel and somehow falls. Clark has 5 points. And the second one, nothing but net. And back underway, it's Robinson bringing it down. Edwards back out to Robinson. Robinson around the corner, puts it in. Innocent Robinson gets the bucket. Duncan brings it down for the Chargers, still has it. Underneath, basket misses. Putback is good by whoever that is. Barber brings it up the floor. Grizzlies lead by 5. They've led by as many as 8. They have not trailed since early in the first quarter. Barber, thought about it. Now dishes it off. Robinson for three. Off the rim, no good. And it's rebounded by the Chargers. Here they come. And Edwards is going to get called for a foul. And that will put the Chargers in the bonus. So this will be a 1-and-1 opportunity. Sasha Reed comes in for Navarrete, and Richard comes back in for Simpson. Joining them on the floor are Robinson, Barber, and Edwards. Free throw attempt is good by Imani McClory. Her first point of the game. She'll get another, and she makes them both. Grizzlies only up by 3 now. And a timeout has been called by Northwest. A 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Give you some of the scoring leaders for both teams. For Topeka West, McClory has 2, Gonzalez has 2, Alexander with 2, Duncan with 2, Zoe Clark has 6, Jasmine Ford 2, and the mystery guest has 3. For Northwest, Aaliyah Richard has 4, 6, 8, 10. Kamira Barber has 8. Innocent Robinson with 9. And that's all the scoring in the game for either team. Grizzlies scoring concentrated to 3 players. The Grizzlies do not make any changes after the timeout. Ball's inbounded. We're back underway. Robinson will bring it across the timeline unchallenged. Edwards has it. Sends it back over to Robinson into the corner for Sasha Reed. Reed to Barber, and Barber lost the handle on it, and it's picked up by the Chargers. And a foul's been called. I think it's on Reed. It is. It's her third. Have a substitution confusion here. I think the sub is coming in for the shooter if she makes them both. And she missed. Ball goes out of play, and it'll turn over to Northwest. There's a break for the Grizzlies. Simpson comes back in for Northwest. 90 seconds to go in the half. Robinson. Now Edwards for 3. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Back out to Edwards. To Richard. Now to Barber. Barber drives from 15 feet off the glass. It doesn't go. Rebound to the Chargers, and here they come. Zoe Clark brings it down, and it doesn't fall. Rebounded by Simpson. Here comes Northwest. Barber underneath Richard. Can't get the lay-in. Less than a minute to go in the half. Zoe Clark dishes it off, and that one does fall from Gonzalez. And the Grizzlies all of a sudden are down to a 1-point lead. 30 seconds to go. They'll play for the last shot. Underneath, Barber is fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Foul is on Elijah Brooks. Her first. puts the Grizzlies into the bonus, but this is going to be a 2-shot foul. Barber's first one is good. Something tells me that was a 1-and-1 anyway, but the way everybody reacted. Barber will get one more. And she makes them both. 3-point lead for the Grizzlies, 12 seconds left to go. Stolen by Richard. Last chance time for Barber. And she can't make anything happen. And that one doesn't go either. And that's the way the half will end. We are at halftime. Grizzlies lead 27-24. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza, including a summary of all the scoring. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. And I'm going to tell you, and I need first and last down. That's funny. Yeah. Back here at halftime, we actually went on a search and destroy mission trying to find out who the mystery guest is, number 50 for Topeka West, and we still don't know, but we have some of the parents from Topeka West on the job for us, and we certainly appreciate their doing that. They're going to wait for the players to come out and see if they can recognize her. They actually looked at the picture in the program, and nobody recognized her in the picture, including me. All righty, here are the scoring highlights in the first half. For Topeka West, Tierra Gonzalez has 4 points. McLaury has 2. Alexander with a pair. Azaria Duncan has 2. Zoe Clark with 6. Jasmine Ford with 2. And the mystery guest has 3. For Northwest, Aaliyah Richard has 4, 6, 8, 9. Kamira Barber with 8, 10. And Robinson with 5, 6, 9. And I got a mistake. Oh, this is a scratch out. 8 for Kamira Barber. And, of course, this is all unofficial. Now it adds up. 27-24 is the score at halftime. Winner of this game will finish the tournament in 5th place. The loser will finish in 6th. Grizzlies playing pretty well here in the first half. The difference between this half and the first half last night is that the shots all fell last night, and most of them are not falling tonight or today. Grizzlies will be at home on Tuesday night. They'll take on North High in a doubleheader. Girls will play at 6, boys immediately afterward, and we're going to be on the air live at 5:40 with the Marcus Myers pregame show. Hope you will join us Tuesday night if you can't come out to the Northwest Gym and watch it live. And even if you do come out live, bring your cell phone, turn your cell phone on to us, go to YouTube/NWHS Grizz. You can do that on your phone too, and you can watch the game live and listen to us. We've got about 5 minutes to go here in the half. We're going to go ahead and just let you relax here for a few minutes of it and take a break ourselves, and then we'll be back with the second half. We'll be back with the second half in 4 minutes. Stay with us.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What's your last name? Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Thank you very much. All righty, we have just identified the mystery guest as Rebecca Beeman, a 6-foot junior for Topeka West, who was on our program as wearing number 45. But she is wearing number 50, and she has 3 points in the first half. Now that we know that problem, back with the second half in 60 seconds. Set for the start of the third quarter here. It'll be the Grizzlies inbounding the ball to start play on the floor for Northwest. Edwards, number 1, Robinson, 23, Barber, 22, Richard, 21, Sasha Reed, 24, and we are underway here in quarter number 3. Barber with it. Grizzlies playing from left to right here in the second half. Barber has it top of the key, drives into the paint, dishes it off. There's a three-pointer short by Robinson, and it's rebounded by the Chargers. Here they come. Zoe Clark brings it down and gives it to Elijah Brooks. Shot misses, rebound is loose, putback misses as well. That one goes out of play, and it will stay with the Chargers. Ball's inbounded and stolen by Robinson. Robinson all the way down, and she's fouled by Clark. If you ever had an argument for an intentional foul, that was it. Robinson will go to the line and shoot a pair. Robinson had 9 in the first half, trying to get into double figures. First one is up. Good. And she makes them both. Good for her. Grizzlies have a 5-point lead. Chargers with the ball. Clark has it in front of the Grizzly bench, and she's in trouble back there. Looking for a way to get through it all. And a 10-second call. Actually, instead, it's a timeout being taken by the Chargers. And it's a full timeout. Whoops. I did that wrong. There we go. We'll take it with them. Stay with us. This is Grizzly basketball. Coming out of the timeout, Chargers had to burn a timeout in order to save the possession because of the great Grizzly defense on that last inbound play. Great job. They will have it again, will the Chargers. It'll be inbounded by Alexander. And we're back underway here. Shot up and counted by Elijah Brooks. That's her first basket of the game. And we have a charge called against Innocent Robinson. And that'll turn it over to the Chargers. Alexander feeds it in. And it's taken away by the Grizzlies. Robinson again. Underneath the Barber, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot two. By the way, that was Robinson's second foul. Barber will shoot a pair here. First one is good. And Rebecca Beeman comes into the game now for Topeka West. And the second one is short. Rebounded by Barber, and she gets the bucket. Well, that's a three-pointer the hard way, but it worked. Now we have another foul. They're charging that one. I don't know who they're charging that. They're charging that one to Butler, to Barber. On the inbound play, it will be Charger ball. And that's a foul on Richard, and Richard knew it. That was a silly foul to give away. Zoe Clark will inbound for the Chargers. Duncan brings it up for Topeka West. And that one is a travel is called on Duncan. That'll turn it over to the Grizzlies. Robinson has it at midcourt, gives it to Barber. There's a long three off the rim, no good, rebounded by Edwards. Richard gives it back to Barber. Loose ball on the floor and a foul's called. And now a line change for Topeka West as they sub all 5 players out. The foul, by the way, was charged to Evelyn Hall, number 33. That's her first. Barber gives it to Simpson, who just came in for Northwest. Richard can't get it to go. There's a long one to Clark on the far side. That one is in. It's a 2. Had a foot on the line. Did Alexander, and that's her 4th points of the game. (34-28) Grizzlies. Turnaround, count it for Elijah Brooks. Brooks has 4 points in this quarter. Robinson, up, good. Here comes Topeka West back with it. And Robinson's going to get nailed for a foul again. Oh, I take it back. They charged it to Barber. That's her second. Edwards and Simpson come out. Navarrete comes in. Now we have another. They barely got the ball in, and there's a foul called. That one's on Aaliyah Richard, her second. And all of a sudden, the Grizzlies have 5 fouls. That one missed. Who's got the rebound? It's Topeka West does. Sasha Reed fighting for it. And now there's going to be another foul called. This one will be on Reed, I think. Grizzlies digging themselves into a hole here. It is Sasha Reed, and it's her 4th. So she will come out. Simpson will come in and join Navarrete, Barber, Richard, and Robinson. It will be Chargers ball. Round the horn it goes. Alexander puts one up from 15 feet. It doesn't go. And we have another foul called. This one is on Topeka West. And it is on Brooks. It's her second, fourth team foul. This has been a whistle-blowing contest of the ultimate proportion here in the last 2 minutes. Barber gets her own block shot back but can't make it go, and now another foul is called. It's on Barber. It's her third, and it will put Topeka West into the bonus early in here in the less than halfway through the third quarter. Have a 1-and-1 opportunity. Who is that? And she missed. Rebounded by Simpson. Okay. Brooks had the opportunity. There's a shot from Kenzie Edwards that misses everything. There's a three-pointer. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Aaliyah Richard. Zoe Clark intercepts the pass. Gives it to Brooks and count it. Brooks has 6 points all in this quarter. And we have a timeout being taken. Who's taking it? The Northwest is taking it, and it is a full timeout. We will take it with them as well. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly basketball. Coming out of the timeout, Grizzlies lead by 4 with 3:48 to go in the third quarter. Topeka West is already in the bonus, so it would behoove us not to foul much in the rest of this half. Grizzlies have the ball, and they're in trouble already. And they turn it over. Edwards comes out, Robinson comes in, joining Simpson, Richard, Barber, and Navarrete. There's a near steal by Barber, and the shot doesn't go, the putback and a foul. Brooks is at the line. She'll be shooting 2. The foul is charged to Simpson. That's her 5th. This will be a 2-shot foul. And she missed the first one. Somehow the Grizzlies are hanging in there, still up by 4. And that one is short, rebounded by Navarrete. She gives it to Richard, and we are back underway here. Oh, and there is a Simpson took one right in the eye. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back.
Hey man, you got off football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Back at Lawrence Free State, Simpson has just sat up moments ago. And she is going to come off. And the crowd gives her a very nice round of applause. Let's reset the lineup for you here when we resume play. It'll be Robinson, Navarrete, Edwards, Richard, and Barber on the floor for Northwest. Grizzlies will inbound. It'll be Robinson doing the inbound. 3:32 remaining in the third. Grizzlies lead by 4. And we'll keep an eye on Simpson here and see if we can determine anything that's worth determining. Back underway. Barber with it, slips, and she took one in the nose. She gets up. Hopefully she's not bleeding. And here comes Topeka West with the ball now. That resulted in a travel. Duncan gives it to Brooks. Brooks double teamed. Ford gives it to Clark. Clark a 3, no. Brooks the putback, yes. Brooks has 8 points all in this quarter. There's a long one to Robinson. Robinson, yes, count it. Innocent Robinson, having a good game on the score sheet. Ford puts it up from the paint, doesn't go. The putback doesn't go either. Ford gets it back, dishes it off. Clark has it over here to Duncan. Duncan drives off the glass. It doesn't go. Putback doesn't go. And Edwards comes away with it, gives it to Robinson. Innocent Robinson scores. After all those misses, Robinson takes it down and puts it in. Robinson with 8 points in this quarter. Brooks has it again, pulls it back out, sends it over here on the near side to McClory for 3. Off the heel, no good. And a foul charged on the rebound. I think it's going to be charged on Brooks. It is, and it's her third. Into the game for Northwest, replacing Edwards, is number 2, the 5'4" freshman guard, J.C. Shore. Shore joins Navarrete, Barber, Robinson, and Richard. Robinson with the ball. Sends it over here to Barber. Barber, Navarrete for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Barber. Barber in the paint, put it up, no good. Rebounded by the Chargers. Zoe Clark brings it down. Alexander has it underneath, and it's taken away there by the Grizzlies. Robinson from underneath again, scores again, and the Grizzlies lead by 8. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. Zoe Clark taken away by Navarrete. She gets it to Richard. Richard sends it up to Barber. Barber will bring it across the timeline. Shore back to Barber. 30 seconds to go. Grizzlies probably play for 1. Barber over to Navarrete. Back to Shore to Barber. Barber from 15 feet. It's short, and it's rebounded by Ford. 10 seconds to go. 3-point attempt. In and out, no good. Loose ball on the floor. Barber comes away with it. That one, if it did go, wouldn't have counted. As we are at the end of the third quarter. And at the end of 3, it's Northwest 42, Topeka West 34. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Back for the start of the fourth quarter. It will be Topeka West to begin play. And they trail by 8 to the Northwest Grizzlies. This third quarter was a battle between Alasia Brooks with 8 and Innocent Robinson with 10. Robinson has 19 in the game. Here's a steal, and Barber counted. And the lead is 10. Chargers have it stolen away by Robinson. Robinson 1-on-3 and a foul called, and that may be a break for Innocent Robinson because she had nowhere to go with 3 players in front of her. We'll see what shakes here. Grizzlies are now in the bonus as well. So this will be a 1-on-1 opportunity for Innocent Robinson. These are the free throws you want to make. First one is good. And she missed the second, 1 out of 2, 45-34, the biggest lead of the game for the Grizzlies. Barber comes away with it. Barber from 15 feet, good! (47-34), biggest lead of the day for Northwest. There's a long three, short. Underneath, the putback is good by Brooks. Here's a steal and a lay-in. That by McGlory. All of a sudden, the lead is back down to single digits. Richard. Edwards. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Chargers. Into the corner. And we have a timeout. We have something here. Player stepped out of bounds. We'll turn it over to Northwest. Barber has it for the Grizzlies. Barber driving, gives it off to Edwards. Edwards back out to Robinson. And Innocent will burn some clock here. 6:22 to go. Fourth quarter. Grizzlies up by 9. Navarrete back to Richard for 3. Off the heel. No good. Edwards tried to make it go, but she was fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Mackenzie Edwards, who scored 14 yesterday, so far has been shut out. We'll see if that changes here. And it does not. Come on, Kenzie, let's get the second one. Substitution coming in for Topeka as Gonzalez returns. Edwards makes the second one, makes 1 out of 2. She's on the scoreboard. Clark sends one wide, now back to Brooks, and a 3, no good, rebounded by Barber. Barber will bring it down the floor, 2-on-2. Barber off the glass, yes! And Topeka West coming back now. McGlory can't make it go. Barber gets the rebound. Lost the ball, had it taken away from her. And that's a pretty good play by Duncan. Grizzlies up by 10, and we have a timeout taken. A full timeout it is. Not sure who took it. We'll figure it out and tell you when we come back in 60 seconds. This is Grizzly basketball. Topeka West took the timeout. They have one left. 50-40. Grizzlies lead, 5:27 remaining. Fourth quarter. Possession arrow is pointing toward Northwest. Both teams are in the bonus. Grizzlies have committed 8 fouls, and Topeka West has committed 9. Edwards, Navarrete, Robinson, Barber, and Richard on the floor for Northwest. It'll be Grizzly basketball. Inbounded to Barber. Barber double teamed here. And that one taken away by the Chargers, and a foul on the shot, and that's a pretty good foul to take. Fouls on Barber. That's her fourth, unfortunately. And now Barber and Reed both have 4 fouls. First free throw misses. Duncan will get one more. Grizzlies by 10 at the moment. Second one also misses. And who gets the rebound? Barber picks it up. Loose ball now on the floor. Shot misses, rebounded by Duncan. On the near side, a 3 misses, rebounded by Edwards, and Edwards was fouled. And this is going to put Northwest, both teams are going to be in the double bonus the rest of the game. Grizzlies are in there now. So it'll put Edwards at the line, shooting a pair of free throws. First one by Edwards is up and rattles out, no good. Reed comes back in with her 4 fouls, replacing Barber, who goes out with her 4 fouls. Edwards will have one more attempt, and the second one misses as well. Chargers bring it down. Zoe Clark with it on the far side. And taken away by Robinson. 2-on-0 break. Robinson puts it up and lays it in. We'll take that all day. 52-40, 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. McGlory thought about a 3, now gives it to Duncan. Duncan puts up a 3, it misses, and it's rebounded by Richard. Richard sends it up to Robinson, 2-on-1. There's Edwards. Couldn't get the ball to her cleanly, so she'll throw it back out. And now Edwards with it again, top of the key, gives it to Robinson. Man-to-man defense being played by the Chargers. Robinson. And a whistle and a timeout, I think, has been taken by Northwest, I believe. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And remind you, we're back on Tuesday night, 5:30 with the Marcus Myers pregame show, and then the girls will play at 6. Boys will play immediately after, and we'll have a visit with Andy Hill in between. .405 remaining in the fourth. Grizzlies lead by a dozen. It's not enough, folks. Too much time left. And too many people in foul trouble. Edwards, Richard, Robinson, Reed, and Navarrete on the floor for Northwest. Grizzlies inbound. Navarrete has it. Gives it to Richard, to Edwards. Edwards in the paint. Dribbles it out of bounds. It'll turn over to the Chargers. Duncan brings it across the timeline. Zoe Clark with it. Back to Duncan. On the near side, McGlory thought about a 3. Thought about it twice. Now from 10 feet, Brooks is going to put it up. And it's blocked, but a foul's called. And we'll be shooting free throws. Both teams now in the double bonus. First one by Brooks is good. One more coming. Second one, also good. Makes them both. Richard pulls it back out, gives it to Robinson. Robinson over to Richard. Richard tried to put it up. I don't know how that wasn't a foul, but looks like it'll stay with Northwest. Robinson pulls it back out again. Gives it to Reed. Reed to Navarrete. Back to Reed. To Robinson, and Robinson lost the handle. Here come the Chargers back with it. McLaury has it in the paint, puts it up and scores. Six points for McLaury. Grizzlies lead by 8. Richard on the near side. Drives in the paint, puts it up and count it. Aaliyah Richard scores. She has 4 in the second half and 13 total. McLaury for 3. Good. McLaury with 8 points, 7 in this half. Blocking foul called. We have someone going to the line shooting a pair. It'll be Robinson. Fouls charged Adeline Hall, her second. 2 shots for Robinson. First one, no good. Be nice to make these. Barber comes back in, replacing Edwards. So the Grizzlies have 2 players in the game, each with 4 fouls. Second one, also missed. So the lead is 7. Underneath, they dribble it out of bounds. It'll belong to Northwest. Barber will inbound to Robinson. And we have a foul called. Well, Robinson's going to go to the line again and try it again. This foul is charged to Zoe Clark. That's her 3rd. Robinson will shoot 2. First one is up and good. Atta girl. She'll get one more here. And now what do we have, a timeout? Looks like a timeout's being taken by Topeka West. And we're going to go ahead and take it with them. Back in 60, this is Grizzly basketball. Robinson has one more free throw to take here. An update on Anaya Simpson, who went down hard earlier. They are putting ice on the back of her head. So, and they are still looking at her. I would expect she's done for the day, and they might be considering that for concussion protocol, but that's only a guess on my part. She is still on the bench, and the free throw is good by Robinson. So icing the shooter didn't work. On the near side, McGlory for three. Off the rim, no good. That is going to stay inbounds. Now we have a whistle. I do not know what for. It's a turnover anyway. It's going to be Northwest ball. Sasha Reed has it. Gives it to Richard. Richard to Barber. Barber in the paint. Gives it back to Richard. Oh, Richard thought about a three. Now lays it in from 6 feet, and it's short. Doesn't go, and it's rebounded. And scoring is Brooks for the Chargers. Brooks is having one heck of a second half. Richard for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Barber. Barber tried to feed it to Richard again, and it was intercepted. Less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Duncan underneath, and she scores. And their lead is down to 5. Brooks has been a one-man army for Topeka West in this quarter, and there's a foul. Robinson's going to go to the line and shoot a pair again. Referees are going to need oxygen when this game is over. First one. Get in there. It's good. And that makes it a 3-possession game, and that's a 2-possession game full. This one will make a 3, but it doesn't go. On the far side. Zoe Clark drives, puts it underneath, and a foul's called on Navarrete. And the one thing you don't want to do is put the Chargers at the line with no time coming off the clock scoring points. This will be Brooks again. It's Navarrete's third team foul. First free throw is good. Second one is also good. Like I said, Brooks has been a one-man army in this game. Grizzlies. And what do we have here? We have something. Referee is pointing at someone. And it looks like the Grizzlies have taken a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Grizzlies have one timeout remaining. Nia Simpson is being taken out of the arena. We certainly hope her injury is not serious. She got whacked pretty hard. Grizzlies will have the ball with 19 seconds remaining in the game, or in the fourth quarter, I should say, leading by 4. They need to get this ball over the timeline. That's the first thing, and then kill a few more seconds. And Robinson goes down hard. What are they calling? I don't know what they're calling. But it looks like a foul has been charged. It is a foul on Elijah Brooks, and that is her 5th foul. She is disqualified on fouls, and she fouls out of this game with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points all in this half. Robinson will shoot 2, and the first one is good. Makes it a 5-point game again. Made them both. Those were big. 6-point lead. Clock running with 14 to go. Grizzlies with the ball. Robinson doesn't need to do anything with it except dribble it around a little bit. She gives it over to Barber. 4 to go. 3-2. Grizzlies are going to win this. And we are final. Grizzlies win 59-53 and finish 5th in the Firebirds tournament. We'll be back to wrap this up, give you some totals and highlights in just a moment. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. Grizzlies win today 59-53 to improve to 6-7 on the year. They finished 5th in this tournament, taking 2 games out of 3, and I'm sure Coach Marcus Myers is happy with that result. Give you the scoring totals here. Starting with the Topeka West Lady Chargers. Elijah Brooks fouled out with 16 points, all in the second half. McGlory with 10, 8 of which were in the second half. Brooklyn Alexander with 4. Duncan had 4. Zoe Clark had 6, all in the first half. Jasmine Ford with a pair, and Rebecca Beeman with 3, all in the first half. For Northwest, pretty concentrated scoring. All the scoring in the game by Northwest, with the exception of 1 point, was done by 3 players. Kenzie Edwards had a free throw in the second half. Other than that, Aaliyah Richard, 13 in the game. Kamira Barber with 17 in the game. And leading all scorers today with 27 points was Innocent Robinson. Her, by every means, her biggest output of the year. We will be back Tuesday. We're on the air at 5:40. With the Marcus Myers pregame show. The girls will play at 6, and the boys immediately following against the North High Redhawks, who will come into Northwest High on Tuesday. Hope you can join us, whether you're live or on the internet or both. Please join us and cheer on your Grizzlies. I want to personally thank my lovely bride, Donna, of 44 years, for being our producer-engineer for the last 3 games, as we had no kid help during this tournament. Sure appreciate her stepping up. She did a great job. And want to thank all of you for joining us for all 3 games or any of the games that you were able to watch. Once again, Grizzlies finish in 5th place in the Firebirds Classic with a 59-53 win over Topeka West. Until Tuesday, Kevin Arkin saying, have a great weekend, everybody.